Hey guys, welcome to my daily video. So we're out. It's just not raining for a moment, but it has rained in the morning and it has rained yesterday, and everything is moving towards a big flower flush. I have a few plants inside, but I didn't want to overdo it, so I said, okay, now it's enough, and the rest will stay outside because I also want to be able to walk out and watch and look at the opening flowers outside. So a little bit of both. In here, everything was watered heavily today. Yeah, I will just put in a few clips of it. And it was just to make sure that the flower buds survive, that they do not throw off the flower buds. They are just very sensitive and they can drop them at any time. The way it looks, we have a few fruits, and there's a angry yellow jacket. Go away, man. Go away. I punched the cactus. Is this guy alright? Really hope that I didn't, hurt him. Just want to see if he's alright. Hey man, are you alright? Yeah, okay. He's alright. Okay. Little grasshopper friend. Yeah. Go into the grass, my friend. Jump around. So this wasp is really angry. I didn't do anything to it. And then it can drink water, you know? Doesn't appreciate the fact that I'm so kind to it. I have a very, I'm patient with insects and all, but there's a limit, so I hope this problem will solve itself. Yeah, and I will be potting a few plants later today maybe. I already started with plants that fell over, where I wanted to do something about stability, because instability is really something that is a problem of small pots, and therefore I'm often potting up when I feel like a plant just doesn't stand well, because that's important too. You cannot have a plant that keeps wiggling around from side to side and all. Eventually it will just weaken the plant. So strong pot sometimes helps to give a plant a solid thing to stand on, just to have enough connection to the ground, enough nutrients on a regular basis. And yeah, I love putting plants in bigger pots, but I do not pot up plants that are just flowering size, you know. A lot of these are seedling grafts from maybe a couple years ago, 2 to 3 years ago maybe at the most, and they are already flowering because I've grafted them, you know. And stuff that has this size, 2 or 3 year old seedlings, they don't need to have a huge pot. At this point, it's enough to put them in a graft. They are on a grafting stock, so they do not need such a big root system anyway. And when they are flowering, you can decide what you want to do. Do you want to give it a bigger pot, or do you just want to sort it out? And when you sort it out, you have a lot more space available then. Everything you can sort out helps you to make space for the good ones, and there will be many, many good ones. We just have to find them in a sea of seedlings, where you have sometimes 30 seedlings that need to flower before you know which one will be the golden one, you know. This is Rio miscensis, by the way. To me, this looks like a Trichocereus bridgesi. I mean, genetically, they will need to look into this. But I also gotta say that some of the collections that Sacred Succulents did in 2010 when they were in Bolivia. They collected quite a huge range of different types of plants. This one looked already like a Trichocereus bridgesi on the photos, but they also collected some stuff that is typical for the Rio Miskensis area and therefore looks different, you know? There has to be genetic, like you need to look into the genetic situation of the Rio Misque population in Bolivia to find out if it's actually a correct species or if it's just a part of Bridgesi, which is an option, which could happen. So now I want to focus on cleaning up here a little bit, just removing grass. Maybe later I'm spraying a bit, but overall I just want to focus on organization now that we're about to be hit by a lot of flower buds, by a lot of flowers that are opening up. I need perfect organization, otherwise the whole thing becomes messy. We need to see what's flowering and decide in advance what we do. Checking on this one from time to time too. We will inspect it in this video. So this thing has been on the plant for over a year now, and I think we will take it down now. I'm not sure, it doesn't ripen, you know. This was an intergeneric cross. This was something like June noon, and I pollinated with something Wörlitz. I think with Wörlitz itself, because that's a good cross actually. Yeah, but this thing didn't grow natural, like normally. It grew weird. It had a weird shape and all. I feel like it might not be able to drop this fruit. But then again, you also have intergeneric fruits that ripen for a year. I've read that. Some of the original old school hybrids, so the classic ones, very wide crosses between two entirely different genera, they sometimes take very long. So I'm just a little bit worried that if I take it down, it will suddenly drop, will suddenly, like it will inside be full of unripe seeds that I could have just let on the plant for a little bit longer. I mean, actually, I do not care if this plant has a fruit right now, or if it has one in a year from now. But I just would love to give it a chance at flowering this year, you know? I'm not seeing any flowers here. And I want to see the flower, because last year the flower looked abnormal. Like the fruit. I think we're taking it down. No! Oh, God. Yeah, I thought I saw something inside, like a like a spider. Something like that. I don't want to make the spider homeless, but I'm not sure. I will look into this. Maybe we will cut it off later. Alright, it's watering time, and I just gotta take the hose and I want to put it on the greenhouse so the flower buds do not, you know, get dropped. Okay, but first I gotta make sure that Mika and Kami can cool down in summer when it gets hot. Got them a motorboat. Okay, now everything in the greenhouse. I've seen 1 or 2 flower buds being dropped, and that is usually for me a sign to become involved a little bit, give a little bit of water here and there. Doesn't need to be like insane amounts, just enough so they do not drop the flower buds, you know. Okay, Now I'm continuing like this. Gotta put down the phone. This is too much pressure on my muscle, on my arm. I just do not have the muscle power anymore. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Okay, so in here everything is watered. Gives them enough energy, enough water to continue to flower. With minimum dropped flower buds, it will happen, especially when the temperatures go up in maybe a month from now, really go up. But for now, everything has enough energy to flower. Some do not. Some choose not to flower. But then it's a matter of age and not a matter of care. So yeah, slowly we would start taking plants out here now. But yeah, it's a little bit difficult right now because I'm overwhelmed with the flower buds that we already have. But we need to clean up a little bit in between. That's always necessary. And everything where the flower isn't great, we need to sort out right away. I already have a few inside that I sorted out already. So here, wanted to show you this. This is the intergeneric fruit that we pollinated recently on camera. We did a short and that one succeeded. Here's another one. So that is pretty great. I'm not sure. Sometimes they drop them. Might happen here, but for now it's looking pretty good. Okay, so in here too, of course, I forgot this one because I didn't see it in the corner. Yeah, but everything is watered now, and that really matters. That will matter in a month from now, because right now we do not have heat. We do not have like that pressure on the plants that you will get later. So for now it's good when they have a lot of reserves when the really difficult time comes. And on this shelf we need to take some down. I see this is flowering. Need to take it down and it's pressing against the window, so it's not good anyway. A lot of the ones that are on that shelf are just there to induce flowering and nothing else, or to overcome skin infections. This is the top shelf is always my care unit. They need more care, or are more important as a seedling. When you see that the seedling is struggling, I put that stuff instantly on the best spot where it gets a lot of sun. Just have to make sure that it's not drying out, because that can happen easily. So if you forget to water something on the shelf, just for a couple months can be enough. A seedling will not make it then. But yeah, looking good. In here too. Didn't get to all because I need a longer tube, longer hose, water hose. But for now this is pretty good. Here, these need out because I need to get to these when they are flowering. This is something cool. This is a hybrid by Axel Neumann with Echinopsis oprepanda zweifarbig as father. Very good flowers and a columnar body like I like it. And yeah, here we need to take that Cuscensis out because it's pressing against the window. This isn't good. See, it's already messed up, so we need to take that out. Somehow, in such a spiny plant, I hate to move it. This can't happen. Not sure where it came from, but I need to clean up here. Yep, okay. Waiting for flowers. It's like that meme of the guy that sits in the garden and walks through the house and all that stuff, you know? That's what I'm doing right now, waiting for the flowers. So many are flowering, but so few are flowering right now, you know? Here's another update. This looks pretty good, to be honest. Could be that we get fruit on most of these. One dropped here, and the others look like they've already started growing. This is pretty good. This is nice. Yeah, and this one here isn't flowering, and it's bothering me. Yesterday evening I made a post complaining that I now have a roof in the that I now have a tree in the greenhouse that's almost at the roof, instead of it just flowering. I just want it to flower, man. Not growing like a giant. Doesn't have to be, man. Can just flower a little, stay 1 meter tall. But I will definitely need to take some of these off again soon. Maybe a year, 2 at the most. But I rather think this is going to reach the roof next year. And it will not be easy to take down these sick pups all the time when they constantly pop. But we will do it. We have to. Okay, my job is done for now. Inside the time lapse, 1 flower opened throughout the night, and it's a pretty small one. But yeah, I think we will have to wait it out 2 or 3 days until all the other plants have flowered. That's going to take a long time. I just hope nothing goes wrong, because then the whole thing is messed up.